This is Scotty too Hotty, and I'm up early, and I answer my emails, and I got an onslaught of questions, and I figured it'd be a good time to do a podcast today, and I'll answer the questions with you guys. So, things have really picked up for me, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with the emails and the questions, and everybody. I really appreciate everybody's responses, and I'll do my best to get back to you guys. But I mean, there is only so many hours in the day, and this thing has really taken off on me, and I appreciate everybody. So okay, let me see. Give me a second here. Okay, why does my boyfriend bug me about having a threesome? Is this a good idea? Lily from Penticton. Okay, Lily. Well, probably he bugs you because it's one of his fantasies, obviously. And, and another fact is guys like to convince, whether you're into it or not, I don't know. But guys like, let's say you weren't into it, and guys like to try and push you into convince you into doing something that maybe you weren't generally interested in doing. But on the other hand, you guys got to be on the same sexual plane here. In order for that to happen, you guys got to be on the same sexual plane. You can't be way down here and he's got to be way up here because it will never work. You have to be comfortable with it, and it can backfire on you. It can backfire on you on the fact that, a lot of issues come up. Like girls get insecure about having another girl there. Does my boyfriend like her more? And does he enjoy? Why does he have his dick in her more? And what what I mean? It's a touchy thing. And if you're not on the same plane, I would suggest not doing it. I've done a lot of things in my lifetime, but a threesome I haven't done. I haven't done it. And I almost had the opportunity to years ago, and I went into a party, and I went into this doorway, and I'm standing in this doorway, and there was two girls in the bedroom, and the one girl looks at me, and she says, "Scott, are you into you ever have a threesome?" And I says, "No." And so I run in, I jump into, I was in the doorway, like, as cool as I could, my arm propped up on the jamb, and I says, "No." But I take a couple steps and jump into the bed, and the second girl, it was like all instantaneously, and she rolls out of the bed, and I roll into the bed, and I got stuck with just the one girl. Guess which one? The big one. All right. But I will one day, for sure, 100% I will, and there's no doubt in my mind that I will one day. But like the other night, a girl says to me, she says, I can make that possible. But in my mind, it is, I guess, a fantasy of mine. But I've thought about it, and I wouldn't want it to be with. I wouldn't want it to be, if I did it, I wouldn't want it to be with my girlfriend and some other girl. I would rather it just be two girls. You know what I mean? That I don't have any a relationship with that I would have feelings over, or they had feelings. It would be better that way. Just two girls that were down for it. Not your girlfriend and her best friend or her sister. Imagine that. I've heard about it, but I just can't get my head around it. Okay, Lily. Okay, it is it wrong I date for a free meal? Anonymous? It says anonymous. Yeah, her name's Stacy. Stacy from Kelowna. She's tried to put anonymous, but yeah, it comes up Stacy. Stacy. Wow. I've had my suspicions about this kind of thing before. And I remember hearing, I forget what I was watching on one time, and they were talking about college girls that did this constantly. I mean, not poor, but I mean, like, student broke people, girls, and they went on dates to eat, and that's what they did. And girls, I mean, online dating, they get a lot of messages. So I mean, like, some of them get 100 messages a day. So I mean, like, I'm sure out of one of those 100, you can get one of them to take you out for supper. But I mean, shame on you, Stacy. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that's why I steer away from that, just in case that might happen. I hope that doesn't happen, but I mean, the thought has crossed my mind before. You know what? Damn well it has. And yeah, I think it's wrong. Have some respect. What if somebody did that to you? What if somebody used you like that? Think about that. Put the shoe on the other foot, Stacy. Bad girl. Okay. Oh, excuse me. How do I get more poontang? Who the hell calls it poontang? Oh, Brad from Kelowna. Brad, I would suggest you stop calling it poontang. Brad, let me look at your profile here. Well, for one thing, it looks like you just got done watching a fucking marathon of Lord of the Rings, for Christ's sakes, and you're sitting on your couch. And why don't you shave? I mean, get somebody to take a good picture of you. Your profile picture sucks. And if I was a girl, I wouldn't be giving you no poontang either. Brad. Okay. Girls say... This has to be a fucking joke. Girls say I have a small penis. Oh. Gilbert from Kingsville. Oh, boy. This one kind of caught me off guard. No, Gilbert, I don't want to see a picture of it. No, I'm not going to send you a picture of mine. Don't call me into this. You guys got to be joking. I'm going to skip this one. I think you guys are a joke. I can't get no dates at all. Stephen from Penticton. Well, Steve, I mean, I'm not a fucking miracle worker. I mean, what do you think are the problems? What do you think? You know what's holding you back? Is it what you look like? Is it your? I don't know. I would, if I was you, I would look over your profile. I mean, if you're doing it online, check your profile over. I mean, and if you need a hand, I'm capable of giving you a service to help you build your profile better. I'm not saying going on there and lie, but I mean, you need better pictures. You need to be more, it's like selling yourself like a car. It's like a car ad, you know? And it's funny, I seen a comedian, doing one the other night about it. This got low kilometers and a few dents and the interior's still good and runs pretty good. And, but I would start with your profile, because that's how you get interaction, and that's how you're going to get dates. But, I mean, I'm not a miracle worker. I mean, I don't know what to say. Can I be on your podcast, Brandy from Kingston? I don't know, Stacy. She says she has some funny stories here. Well, you better send them to me. So I can see how funny they are, because I got some really funny ones. So they got to be better than mine, or equally as good. Okay. I want to date, but I can't leave the house. Rachel from West Bank. Well, if you can't leave the house, that screams like you have an insecurity problem. And, as I think about this, I mean, I think I do come across this a lot with girls online dating, and this has dawned on me in the past. I do feel like some of these girls fear leaving the house. I mean, they have all intentions, and want to date and everything, but as soon as you ask them to go out, it's like they gotta a chain stuck to their house. I mean, I get it. They have kids and responsibility. I get it. I've heard it. But I mean, like, it's like, okay, then what works for you? I mean, like, okay, and you can't get a straight answer out of them. So, I mean, it just seems really, really, really weird that they're on a dating site and they want to talk to you and they want to, but when it comes down to date time, to ask them for a date, it seems like they are glued to the house. What's your name? Oh, Rachel from West Bank. It's an insecurity problem with you. I mean, do you think that you're going to let this guy down? Like, why, what's preventing you from leaving the house? Do you think that you're going to let the guy down? Do you think that your appearance is going to not be what you've perceived it to be to this guy, or do you think that this guy is going to be is a creep? I mean, if you think the guy's a creep, don't go. Obviously, I mean, like, but I mean, you have to get out of the house. I mean, if you want to date, you have to get out of the fucking house. You can't sit around there, and you just got to get out of your comfort zone. That's the biggest thing. Your house is your sanctity. It's your safe place. But I mean, get out there and date and find some guy. And then, I mean, if it's your safe place, I mean, find some guy. And if you trust him, invite him back to your place. And then make it easier. I mean, if you have an anxiety about going out and going places and fuck, if you feel comfortable with somebody, you feel them out, fuck, invite them over then. If you don't want to leave, I don't know. But I have a feeling that it's probably an insecurity problem. Okay. I want to watch porn with my new girlfriend, Chris from Windsor. Well, Chris, I don't know what this has to do with dating, but I don't know what this has to do with dating, but I guess I'll give you my best shot on this one. I mean, if you want to watch porn with your girl, I mean, obviously you haven't broke it to her or brought it up yet. I mean, I wouldn't just walk up to her and say, "Hey, baby, you want to watch porn?" She's going to think that's not the right approach. So, I mean, it all comes down to your approach on this. If I was going to break it to, if I wanted to hint around watching porn with a girl, what I would do, I would go up to her. This is how I would handle it. I would be like, hey, babe. The guys, we were fucking talking about how much girls watch porn, like, and so and so said, yeah, all girls watch porn, and I was like, so, like, how do you watch porn? How much do you watch porn? And I would wait for her. I mean, obviously wait for it, but her reaction would speak on her level of whether she watches porn or not. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I watch porn all the time." Well, then, you're into, like, Flint. You'd be like, "Oh shit, yeah, well, let's throw some on. Fuck, what do you like?" But I mean, if she's all timid and shy about it, well, then I would skip that one. I would, if she's being shy and timid about it, and wait some time. My other advice would be to wait some time before you broke it out. I mean, it's up in the air about how soon should you tell a girl your kinks and your fantasies and all that. I try and get most of it out right away because I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time with a girl that doesn't have the same sexual chemistry and level. I mean, I want a girl on the same plane or close to it. So, the porn ones. I mean, I had a girlfriend. We used to watch porn, but I mean, it really changed. It changed everything. It changed everything, and I found that it took away from. It took away from making love, and it was more fucking. And sometimes that's not healthy because, I mean, a girl wants to feel feel loved when she's having sex, for sure. And she wants to feel